What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be breaking down how I did my version of the 4 producers 1 sample challenge. Before I get into the breakdown, let me first play my version again, then I'll break down parts by parts.
JB, bring it in.
Before I get into the breakdown, I know it looks like there's a lot going on here, but I know it's not going to be a surprise to you guys that I used a lot of loops, as you guys can see. So when I heard let me play the sample for you guys first, then I'll explain it again. So this was the sample they sent in. For you guys to say I didn't use the loops from the samples, but I did use a lot of the loops. So, but my favorite part of the loop was the bass, because he sent us the stems from the loop, and we could pick whatever elements we wanted to use from the loop. So this is the bass. Then some Rhodes. Then an organ, like a swell or like a riff. Then you added the sitar melody. Then you added the synth. You added another synth. I think this one is the reverse of the synth. Then you added some Rhodes. I think it's the same thing I was playing, but maybe they're different sounds. And you added these main Rhodes too. So when I first heard it, I was like, what kind of vibe am I going to go for? Before I made mine, I was listening to a lot of Saz album. That is last beat. Is it EP or album that I dropped? I can't remember the name. I think it Saz Is Not Your Mate or something like that. But I was listening to it and I was like, huh. Then the following day, I said, let me make my own version. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I want to have like a Saz vibe. So if you guys notice, the drums had like a Saz feeling to it. I started with the Saz vibe, then I was like, it was getting boring, so I added some Amapiano. After adding Amapiano, I wanted to add a drop, and I added future bass as my drop, my future bass drop. That was the third switch up. Then so I just mixed Amapiano, Saz vibes, future bass, and a bit of African guitars and stuff like that. I started off with this Rhodes from the loop, then I let it. So I was like, what am I going to do with the drums? Then I said, let me add some Saz vibes to the drums. Let me show you the kits. I'm going to show you all the kits I got it from. So in case you guys want to look for it, I'll show you guys all the packs I use. So it's from Saz Splice pack. That's Saz sample pack from Splice. So this is what it sounds like. So I stretched it out and I added it to the beats. Then I did my own percussion. This is like a bongo sound. To give it that Afro vibe too, not just to make the loop play alone. I wanted to add my own bounce to it too. Then I added this arcade vocal. So I chopped it up because some parts were not like they were not really entrance. I just chopped it up to like make it fit. So that's the first part of the intro. I did some transitions, so you know that yes, transitions just basically make you know that something is coming up next, like a swell. And while I was done with the intro, I was like, something is missing. I need to add like something to build tension. So I decided to record something with my vocal. Sounds like this. So originally it sounds like this without all the effects on. My deep raw voice. Sounds like this. Just your body keep passing. So I was just basically saying rubbish. I pitched it up 1200 cents. It sounds like this after pitching it up. But it still wasn't sounding good as the way I imagined. So I added some more effects to pitch it up again. This is Little Water Boy. So I pitched it up another 1200 cents. That's 12 semitones. So that's 2 octaves in general. Then I added a bit of OTT compression to get that EDM sound. So the compression just makes it kind of leveled. Then I added some reverb to it. This US reverb is like my new source. I like using this reverb everywhere. It has like reverb and delay together. I don't even do anything with the effects. I just reduce the mix knob. Then I did kickstart to like give it a docking effect. Like I said, I was going for like an EDM. You know, Saz likes EDM too. House, EDM, that's Saz style. So I wanted to get like an EDM feel. But EDM, they have a lot of stuff always docking. So I did this kickstart to make it dock. So that's the intro part A. Then the part B of the intro, I added more stuff to like build up the progression. So I added this bass. This is the bass from the sample. But if you notice, my bass was like really slapping without the effects on the bass. It sounds like this. It sounds kind of weak. So I added decapitator to like give it some body. You can hear it sounds heavier without it. It's it. So this decapitator is like a saturation distortion plugin. So if you ever have sounds that sound weak and you want to add more punch or more weight to it, you have to use saturation. Saturation is the source to adding weight to your sounds. Then after adding the distortion, I decided to cut out some of the lows and some of the highs, because anything from around -20, anything from around 20 hertz below, you probably not hear it, and it might cause some problems in the mix. So I just decided to cut it off. Then I added some piano chords, like add some more support to the progression. The piano chords is from Alicia Keys, I think. And I didn't really mix it because I didn't have much time. It was a challenge. I was so busy and just 2 chords. And it's from Alicia Keys. And I used a lot of loops because there was really not much time for me. So I added the roll. Roll is from Kashmir. I just pitched the roll like 2 octaves down. C5, C4, C3. There's no effect on it. That's how the sample sounds. I pitched it down. Then I added my own rim shot again to add more support to the drums. Then I added the shaker. The bongo that was there. Then, like I said, with the transition, I added like a clap every 4-8 bars to like let you know that yes, something is coming. Then I added some more of Sal's loops. It's like a matching. Then I added this vocal beatbox stuff. So all together. Then I added a drum roll. This drum roll is from MLP Urban Afro drum kits. You guys can look it up. Any kit I mentioned, just look it up. I'm also showing you my screen so you can get the name and search it up on Google or YouTube. So I added the roll to, like, you know, when you add rolls and transition and all that stuff, it keeps the beats kind of interesting. And I added the Go Vox too. This Go Vox is on my Jebjosh kit. You guys can check it out on my channel. You see it. Then the main part after the intro, I added some of the loops. I added a roll to the organ. So the organ was like more like a transition effect too. So I just kept increasing the progression from smaller to bigger. I just kept increasing the progression. Sometimes I'll take some stuff out so that you feel like, oh, something has left, then I'll bring it back in again. So I added this trombone sound. It's like an Amapiano. So just playing one note. Then I added this arcade drip because I wanted some movement too. So this is the pack it comes from. Arcade on the grind. I just said the key because I was playing on images. I said the key. And added another part to it. So all together. Then I also added this Amapiano flute sound from Nexus. Still one shots, one notes. I took it from low to high to 1 octave higher. Because building progression, EDM is a lot of building progression. So that whole section. Then yeah, I did the kick again. So like to give it more body. Then I also kept adding some like vocal chops and vocal shots here and there. I added this hey. This hey is from what case is this hey from? Let me see. It's from Virgo Piano Drum Kits, Virgo Deep. You guys can search it up on YouTube. I think I downloaded it from YouTube. And I added some reverb to it and delay. And some delay, some reverb. And also I did this Amapiano roll, same from that Virgo Deep Drum Kit from DJ Pressure. So you guys know this roll, Amapiano roll. It's very, very popular. Everybody has it. Then this vocal sub, this guy within the happen, is from my 3 Kids Volume 2 that's coming soon.
Guy within the happen.
So I just chopped it up to that tin and
Guy within the happen.
I added some reverb to it, and that was it. Reverb and delay. That was what I did on there. So now let's go to the chorus parts. So I still used loops for the you guys are not going to be surprised because I used a lot of loops from the SARS. Let me show you guys the kit from this SARS splice kit, SARS sample pack. This SARS sample pack from Splice. So I used a lot of the loops from here. This was the guitar. So I just pitched it to key because I said I'm on A major, right? So I pitched it 300 cents down. That's from A minor to A major. I just pitched it 300 cents down. And I think I added some effects to it. I just added some saturation to make it have that width without the saturation and the effects. Saturation just gives it a little bit of drive. It's not really, you might not really hear that much, but and I added some EQ to cut out the lows. Without the reverb, it sounds so dry. So some reverb and some delay. Then I think that was all I added for that chorus part. So I added some transitions here. So I added this drum roll. I mixed all the drum rolls I've added so far. And I also added this one from Saber Sounds. This from Saber Sounds Echo Beat Afrobeats drum kit. So I chopped the first part of it. And I added this effect sound. Yeah, also from Echo Afrobeats drum kit, same drum kit. So here and there, I just kept adding some air candy and some little transition effects. Even here too. So you need to add more transitions and some effects just to make it not so boring. Because if you don't add any effects, it might just sound plain and repetitive. So you add ear candy here and there, just like keep the listener engaged with what they're listening to. So then the feature bass part came in. So with feature bass, yeah, they use a lot of docking synths, a lot of heavy docking synths. I don't want to add too much of the feature bass element. And most of the time, feature bass is like used for a drop. It's not really, I don't want to say it's not really a full generator. This is what it sounds like. know it sounds like a lot of stuff going on here, but let me break it down. So feature bass is more like a drop. Most of the time they use it for a drop. It's not really like a complete genre. A feature bass is like a trappish EDM vibe. It's like hip hop EDM. So some similar genre to feature bass is trap. You know, there's a trap, hip hop trap, and there's also a trap EDM trap. Well, feature bass is like a trappish EDM bounce to it, but they use a lot of heavy synths and a lot of docking sets on feature bass. So here again, so I use the loops because with mixing genres, right? You have to use sounds that actually fit from that genre. So to actually make it sound like that genre, it's not really make sense if you're using Afro drums on a feature bass part. You might get the idea, but you might not get that feeling. So it's always best to like use sounds from that fit a particular genre so that you know that yes, I'm actually working with this genre. So that's why I had to use drum loops from it. So I went to this Cymatics. Cymatics is like they are the kings of EDM and making it packs for EDM. So I used the feature based starter pack for the drum loop. So this was the loop I used, I think. I just pitched it down. I just traced it. So first I added this chord progression docking synth. So I use Serum for it. Serum has this feature based essential volume 2. I just picked to the chord preset. Sounds like this. So I made the chords to actually fit that rhythm. So without the effects, it just sounds like this. So it seems like it already has like a docking effect from the preset already. But I did my own stuff to it. So first thing I did was the EQ to cut out the bass. Then I did kickstart to dock it some more. Then I did another EQ again to like reduce the mid side, the low mids. Then I did OTT again to get that EDM sound. This OTT compressor is like the king for EDM sounds. It's like a multi-band compressor. So I reduced the lows because I didn't really need the lows because the kicks and the bass will fit the lows a lot. So after adding this chords, I added the drums to get that EDM sound, feature based EDM sound. So then again, I still wanted more ambience and melodies to it. I added this vocal melody stuff. So feature beats, they use a lot of vocal chops, docking synths, those hard hitting drums that sound like EDM, but has this trappish feel to it. Splice sessions, modern Afrobeats for the vocal loop. Then I didn't stop there. Like I said, I was mixing Amapiano, Afrobeats, EDM, SARS vibes together. So I still added some shakers there. And added some guitars again to get that Afro feel. So you know that you're actually listening to something that is Afrobeats, not really just EDM. I added this guitar to it. This guitar is also from the Splice Sessions, Modern Afrobeats. So I think I only added reverb and a bit of Yuki to it. This EOS reverb again, you can see. Without the reverb. The reverb just gives it live, just gives it some live. So I also added some of my own little ear candy. Some vocals. So this added like a distortion and reverb to it. So without the effects, sounds like this. Sounds so raw. So I added some Camel Crusher first. If you guys have not watched how to make your drums knock, you guys can go and watch it. So Camel Crusher is gonna make it distorted. But I added a bit of reverb again to like soften up the distortion and also give it width. So I routed all the vocals there to it. Without the effects, they all sound like just dry. So when you add the effects, so that was my one air candy that I was adding there. So I also added some Amapiano drums too at the beat part because I wanted the log drum there. This drum is from P-Tune's Amapiano, and the log drum I pitched it up because it was clashing with the bass from the future bass part. So also future bass, like I said, EDM trap, like trapish EDM. So I added this 808, but I added distortion to it so that it will hit harder. So this is the 808 without any effect. Without any effect, sounds like this. So you can hear very clean to it, but I wanted to make it crazy hard. So I added distortion to it. That's Camel Crusher. And I just played some crazy notes there. I added some slides like Travis Scott. It's called Astro Butterfly, so he gave me this Travis Scott vibes. I said, let me add some Travis Scott stuff there. So I added some rolls and some slides, just make it crazy. So I say I did the melody again so that you actually listening to what you've heard before. So it's not like it's something new. It's just new with a different switch up. Then also I added my vocal sample again there. And if you notice, the vocal was kind of low, then became louder. Because I was getting buried in the mix. In the B part, it was still getting buried. So I wanted the vocals to come out, so I added Camel Crusher again on the vocals to like bring up that. Yeah, I added Camel Crusher again. Camel Crusher is like, you guys don't sleep on Camel Crusher. It's just so good.
JB, bring it in.
So I think I've broken out all those elements, all those parts for the future bass part. So I think I added some effects, but the effects was just like on the master channel. I think I what did I add there? Just some reverse and some. You might not really hear it that much. So I just mix because I wasn't really liking the effect. Well, it only happens at the ending. You might not really hear that much. Just one or two more things to like just add crazy effects to it. You barely hear it. To me, I can barely hear it, but I know it's just there somewhere. Then I repeat the chorus again. I added this swell. I think this is from Exizzo drum kits. Exizzo. So I added this swell and my tag.
JB, bring it in.
Basically, that was all the elements. I think you guys have seen all the elements. So, like I said, when I was making my own, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was basically just messing around. I didn't have any vibes at first. That was why I decided to use loops. And I knew these guys are going to come hard too. I mean, Mykah is going to be there. I can't be sleeping when Mykah is there now. I knew that Mykah will kill it. So Vesh again, Vesh alone is a sample god on his own. Then ScTuts, everybody knows ScTuts is the king of Afrobeats tutorial. So I was like, man, I can't let these guys just go like that. So that's why I had to like use a lot of loops and show myself. Yes, it might not sound as good as I want it to be, or it might not be like something that an artist can jump on actually, but this is just a show off beat. This is like a bit to just show off, It's not somebody will not really want to sing or something like this because of all the elements I have. All the elements I have filled all the frequencies up.
Sound good. JB, bring it.
So basically, guys, that was it for me. So let me guys know in the comments if you have any questions. Feel free to ask me. I would answer your. Most of the time, you guys will run to my Instagram or send me a DM where you can just comment on this video. Just drop a comment on the video. I will reply your comment straight away. And like the video so it can help other people watch videos like this. Drop a comment, drop a like, share, subscribe if you're not subscribed. I mean, if you've watched the video up to this point, you definitely want to subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you're subscribed, thank you for always watching my content. I appreciate you guys, and let me know what kind of videos you want to see next. And hopefully, if I have time, I will make the video. Because these days I've been very, very, very busy and I've not really had much time on my YouTube this year. But I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. And thank you guys for always checking me out. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody. Much love. Keep making dope beats. Keep trying out stuff. Keep experimenting. Don't limit yourself to like one genre. If you're making just Afrobeats, maybe it's time for you to start listening to other genres so that you can pick inspiration. Sometimes we have beat block too because we're focusing on one genre. Listen to other genres, pick some inspiration, try something different, just don't just stick to one thing. That's why you're a music producer. Like, you should always experiment and do crazy stuff for your beats. You never know where it's gonna take you to. Like this one, I never imagined that I would make something like this. I just mixed different stuff together. To me, it still sounds kind of trash, but it's weird, and the weird is what is different. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to sound or talk too much on this video. I know this video is already so long, but catch you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.